Karma has started. Harry can't turn the tables after his weak logic over Internet's lie machine event. The Duke of Sussex is set to speak out on the Internet's lie machine at an event organised by Wired magazine next week. Prince Harry, who is currently living in his $14 million mansion in California having stepped back from royal duty last year, will speak in a session at the Rewired Summit on November 9. According to the online description, his session is called the Internet's Lie Machine, with details reading, as social media algorithms reward shock value over reality, as the line between fact and fiction weakens every day, as media propaganda and online hatred run rampant, we must ask, how did we get here and how do we get out of this mess? We'll hear from an expert authority on the rise of digital propaganda, a foremost civil rights advocate who understands the collision between misinformation and racial justice, and a global leader who is taking on misinformation in pursuit of a new era of truth. It is unknown what fee the Duke will receive for the appearance. Last year, experts predicted he and Meghan, 40, could earn more than £1 million each time they do a speech after signing up with an elite agency. The description of the event read, "What is the real cost of a lie on the internet, to ourselves, our communities, our societies?" Prince Harry, introduced as the co-founder of Artual, will be among the three speakers at the event, alongside Byron A. D. Rester, technical research manager at the Stanford Internet Observatory, and Rashad Robinson, co-chair of the Aspen Commission on Information Disorder and president at Color of Change. According to the Wired website, the summit will feature a series of conversations between technologists and people who think hard about the consequences for those technologies on society, economics, sustainability and, ultimately, our future. The event takes place the same day his wife Meghan is set to appear at an online conference organized by the New York Times to discuss women reaching economic and professional parity. Despite launching renewed attacks on the media, Prince Harry has continued to speak to outlets he and Meghan like, including giving extensive interviews to celebrity friends Dax Shepard and Oprah Winfrey. Speaking from his Montecito mansion more than 5,000 miles away from London last night, the beleaguered prince lectured his star-studded London audience on media misinformation and the importance of sharing vaccines. Harry later presented the Heroes of the Year award to Professor Dame Sarah Gilbert, Professor Catherine Green and the team behind the Oxford/AstraZeneca vaccine. After being invited on the stage by Harry, Professor Green told the crowd, "I promised Sarah I wouldn't get too peed, and I promised I wouldn't swear, but there was no effing chance of that because I'm so starstruck." Harry's live speech was at 11 p.m. London time, 3 p.m. LA time, and Mr. Morgan left the venue at around 11:15 p.m., after the Duke had finished and handed out the award. Mr. Morgan's ITV colleagues and a string of respected broadcasters hailed Ofcom's ruling confirming his right to free speech after the watchdog dismissed 57,000 complaints about his criticism of Meghan Markle. Senior British journalists have declared that the judgment meant a pillar of our freedom in the UK had been reinforced. Piers, who was at the GQ event with his wife, author Celia Walden, was sensationally cleared by Britain's broadcast watchdog who backed his right to free speech after he said that he didn't believe a word of what Meghan told Oprah and challenged her claims of royal racism and suicidal thoughts. The Sussexes did not comment on the judgment, but will have been infuriated by the result given Meghan complained to Ofcom herself and also to Mr. Morgan's boss at ITV, Dame Caroline McCall. Meghan allegedly implored Dame Caroline her to censure her critic as they were both women and mothers. And earlier this summer, the Sussexes renewed their campaign against the British media after backing a fierce attack on the industry body that represents newspaper editors. In July, Artual, the couple's campaign and media organisation, threw its support behind a group of journalists who accused the Society of Editors of a ham-fisted blanket denial of racism. The move threatened to reignite the row sparked during the couple's interview with Oprah Winfrey in March, when Prince Harry claimed the UK tabloid media was bigoted and created a toxic environment of control and fear. ITV, which bought the UK rights to the interview, was later forced to edit out some misleading and distorted headlines which portrayed British press coverage of the couple as racist. The Duke and Duchess joined New York-based Harry Walker Agency, which represents the Obamas and the Clintons, last year. PR expert Mark Borkowski told The Sun the pair will clean up. They plan to be available for talks on social issues including racial justice, gender equality, the environment and mental health, according to the LA Times. I'm surprised they haven't done this sooner. It will be one of the great income generators for them. The speaker's circuit is a natural safe space for them to plunder, he added. Meanwhile, the Queen sent a video message after being forced to cancel her trip to Glasgow for the COP26 conference, following health concerns. In her speech, she included a sweet link to her late husband, Prince Philip, and her great-granddaughter Princess Charlotte. The Queen also expressed her pride and thanked Prince Charles and Prince William for their environmental work. Prince Charles has openly voiced his fears for his grandchildren's dangerous future and started a Food for the Future campaign with chef Jamie Oliver.